The Judicial Conduct Tribunal investigating allegations of misconduct against the Eastern Cape High Court Judge President Selby Mbenenge has entered its 10th day. During cross-examination yesterday, Legal Secretary Andiswa Mengo admitted to omitting messages of sexual nature that she sent to him from her formal complaint. Mengo alleges that Mbenenge abused his position of power to make unwelcome sexual advances. She is expected to return to the witness stand today for further cross-examination. Let's now go to Veronica, a Newzroom Afrika's reporter. She is joining us live from Rosebank. A very good morning to you, Veronica. What do we expect to take place today, considering the line of questioning that we've seen since Monday?
Well, Aldrin, today we are expecting, of course, for Advocate Moses Kakana to continue with his cross-examination of Andiswa Mengo. Yesterday went through about an hour and a half rather, of him meticulously combing through every instance in which she responded or shared messages with the Judge President that were, of course, deemed in a sexual nature. And, of course, him saying that these messages were purposely or deliberately left out of her formal complaint. It was quite startling in terms of some of the responses and the messages that were shared in terms of the communication, or also really sort of painting a different picture between the interactions between the two of them. But we do, of course, understand, Aldrin, that even though these responses have come to light and Mengo, of course, been told or allegedly neglecting to add these responses in her formal complaint, we do know that there is no such thing as a perfect victim. You know, especially when it comes to sexual harassment, there is no way of really knowing how a person is supposed to respond to certain gestures, specifically unwanted gestures that Mengo had said, that she was not, a willing participant in terms of, the messages and the very graphic content that was shared between the two of them. She did also say this very early in her testimony that at some point she did entertain or did respond to some of the messages that the Judge President was saying, just in order to keep the peace, and obviously considering the fact that she was a senior, that he was a senior to her in some way. But towards the tail end of yesterday's cross-examination, we heard, of course, the bringing in of the former Chief Justice Raymond Zondo in this matter. This is, of course, in response to the complaint, the initial complaint that was allegedly filed by Mengo. It's understood that the Chief Justice found that this complaint was not satisfactory and had in fact ordered his secretary to tell Mengo to lodge a new complaint. And so we are expecting to pick up from that this morning in regards to what was the issues that were flagged by the Chief Justice, and also whether or not Mengo had a copy of the initial complaint when she filed the second one. This is where Advocate Moses Kakana was heading in terms of his line of questioning yesterday. But also worth noting as well, Aldrin, is there was a very much different change in tonality in the way Kakana was, of course, posing questions to Mengo yesterday. We saw a far more different approach, less aggressive than we've been seeing in the past few days in terms of the cross-examination. And we'll, of course, be continuing to see an eye on the development of the story that has truly, of course, brought a lot of attention to the judiciary at large.
Indeed, many activists are raising their concerns around the line of questioning as well as the tonality from advocates Kakane. That is Veronica Makhoali joining us from Rosebank, where the Judicial Conduct Tribunal will resume later on today.